So, I have a genuine question for you all. Are the standards for rating Mythic levels too low? Or are creators just better at making levels now? Now, the reason I ask this is because over the past couple months or so, we've seen like a lot of Mythic levels. Quite a lot of Mythic levels have come out to the point where I've been unable to keep track of them all, but there's like 30 something Mythic levels now at the time of this video coming out. A lot of them have been really good. However, some of them have made me question whether Mythic rate standards have gone too far. And what I mean by too far is whether they actually are Mythic worthy. So I'm going to go over 3 of the main categories which I think makes Mythic levels Mythic worthy. Number 1, visuals. As you probably know from a lot of custom levels that get made in GD, if you want a level to look good, visuals are everything. Gameplay doesn't matter, song doesn't matter, decoration matters. Because if you take levels like Astrolith, Boss Rush 2, or the Tower Verse 2, the visuals are spot on. When it comes to certain Mythic levels like the one by Viprin Button Masher, visually speaking, it's not very impressive compared to like even some of the legendary levels which look much better than Button Masher. And also a recent Mythic Extreme Demon that got rated called the Labyrinth got Mythic rated, however visually speaking it looks super bland. So I guess maybe in Rob Top's eyes, decoration doesn't exactly speaks out for a Mythic level, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to go over the second category, which is atmosphere. Now, atmosphere and visuals are different in comparison, in my eyes anyway. In my mind, atmosphere is what you combine like the song of the level and how the level looks. And if the song and the level fit together, that makes atmosphere. That's why the first ever Mythic level got Mythic, which is the first Towerverse level. And rightfully so, the atmosphere in that level is spot on. The visuals might not look amazing. In my opinion, the visuals look pretty decent. However, some of the atmospheres in like some of the more recent Mythic event levels that have come out, I don't know. Like the one by Reefer, I think it's called like Funhouse or something. I don't really know why that level was Mythic. It just like looks as decent quality as some of like the NCS event level ones, which most of them got either epic or legendary rated. But if you take the first ever classic level that got a Mythic rating, Astrolith, I think atmosphere fits that level especially well. But atmosphere might also not necessarily mean Mythic either. And that's why I go into my third theory, which is unique concepts. And what I go by with unique concept is where I bring up Labyrinth by Tricipital again, because the concept of Labyrinth is that it's a rogue-like game in Geometry Dash, where if you die, you have to start all the way back at the beginning. But you may be thinking, Hercules, aren't there rogue-like platformer levels? Don't they exist in GD already? Most likely yes, but on the scale of what Labyrinth has, probably not, which is why it probably got Mythic. Personally, I think Labyrinth is the level that I would give Mythic rating the least out of all of the Mythic levels that have come out so far. Going back to the topic of unique concepts, 2 other levels that come to my mind with unique concepts are Terminus by Moistened Egg, which is like a game engine in Geometry Dash, which is especially cool. And another one that some of you guys may or may not have heard of called Dead God Cult, which is a card deck building game in GD, which is really interesting. So when it comes to unique stuff that players had not done before in Geometry Dash, I can definitely see why Rob Top would be impressed and rate it a mythic level. So you may be wondering, what are my personal opinions about this? I don't think it's necessarily a problem or controversial, but I think it should have something similar to like the demon rating system. But certain levels are locked on certain difficulty, because like extreme demons that are like on the demon list are for sure extreme demons. I feel like epic, legendary, and mythic should also have that. Not necessarily rated or featured, because how a level gets rated is decided by Rob Top. Because there are certain epic rated levels that I think should be legendary and vice versa. Same with like mythic to legendary. You basically get what I mean. So what are your guys' thoughts about what makes levels mythic or not mythic worthy? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to check me out, me beating a bunch of mythic levels, then go subscribe to my channel so that way you get notified when I'm live. And also check out my Discord server, because that's a better way for you to get notified whether I am live or not. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone, and have a great day.